Hi everyone, welcome to Cheryl's Creations. It's Monday morning and I have a few things to show you. So one of them I've been waiting on. I'm so excited. I want to thank all the new folks that have popped in. My last video had several new folks kind of subscribe, so thank you. Keep coming back. Welcome back to even the folks that have been following along for a while. And I appreciate you popping in and sharing my yarny journey with me. So today I have two different sets of things to show you. The first thing I'm going to talk about is cup coasters, and it's been a while since I've done coasters, and so I'm trying to add some things to my booth that aren't as much plushies, because I had got real heavy on plushies, backed off on some other stuff, so I think I need to go back and do a balance. And so one of the things that I know had originally sold well was coasters. And I know in my last video I said I don't do a lot of trademark. Well, my grandson loves Pokemon, and so I did this one. It's, I only do one or two. My grandkids snag them. I do have other friends that ask for them, and so I will always do a couple of these. Very simple pattern. And one of the things I learned to do was to kind of carry some of my colors back and forth that way, because the pattern says to cut this yarn, add this, cut this, add this. And so I figured out a way to carry it back to the beginning so that I wasn't cutting and pasting a lot. So that one's always kind of fun. These are out of the Kitchen Cottons, the sugar and creams. I want to go to a different style of cotton, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So I have a couple of those, and is that all I'm missing? Where's my other ones? Oh, they fell on the floor. Leave it to me, right? And I figured since it was spring, and one of my friends made a comment about how cute some flowers would be, so I found this tulip coaster, and so I did one in red. I'm not sure I like that. I don't like the stem color with this blue. If I do another one, I'll pick a different stem color. And I did a more traditional yellow. I had a little bit of this variegated pink, and I think this is real pretty. And I did a purple, and I did another kind of a variegated pink. And these were very easy. The only thing I had to sew on was this leaf. This is all one piece. You attach, and I did the stem. If I think about it, there's probably a way to do a leaf without having to sew it on, but I didn't think sewing on one leaf was a bad idea. It wasn't bad. These were very quick, very easy. And the one thing about my coasters, I don't sell them in sets. I sell them individually, because a lot of times what I found was that people didn't want 4 of the same coaster. you know, maybe this person in their family wanted this one and this person wanted that one. And so it's easier to sell them individually. I do have, well, let me show you this one. I did chickens, and these are like my best selling coasters. And this is my chicken. Oops, get him up there. This is a fairly easy pattern. Now this one you do have, all of the white is one piece, and this is 3 different things. So you attach on and do the comb, you attach and do the beak, and then you attach and do this bottom piece. So, and the pattern does show an eye, but I haven't quite figured out what I want to do for an eye. Back here where I've had to weave in my ends, it gets a little full. So I'm thinking they just might be blind chickens. I you know, no eyes. So I have like, I have 6 white, and I did have, see how many of these do I have? I have 4. I did have 5 of this color, but my daughter came down and saw them, and so she stole one. So I have those, and then I have 4 of the dark colored chicken. So, oops, yeah, the dark, that's the back side. So these are really fun. I do need to do some cats. I have a possum coaster pattern. I have a duck. So there are a lot more that I want to do. I just haven't had time to get, well, I mean, I got all of those done this week. So, but there's more different styles that I want to do. So that takes us to the flowers. And I've wanted to add, I've wanted to try flowers for a while. I've been saving some patterns. And so the first pattern I did was tulips. Oops. Okay, now the flowers are a little more involved than other types of amigurumi. I did have to get wire. So I have a thicker wire for the stems. I have a thinner wire that is inside. Let's take this one. So on the tulip, this has a wire around the outside so that you can fix it how you want. And then there's a wire inside the leaf in the center. I wrapped them with the same color of yarn as the leaf. And I kept trying to figure out how to do the bottoms. And what I eventually figured out was that if I take my hot glue and I make like a little puddle of hot glue on my paper and then roll the end, it gives just this nice knob at the bottom. And so now if you don't like lots of pieces, flowers are not for you. This one had 6 leaves or 6 petals and the leaf. And so I've got one in a dark pink. Okay, so these 2 are cotton for the top, and their leaves are, oh, these are cotton leaves. These are all cotton. Now this purple one, the petals are baby yarn, and the leaf is cotton. Let's see. And these 2 colors are baby yarn. So when you put them all together, isn't that pretty? I love it. I'm going to, I looked at the Dollar Tree. They didn't have any little bud vases that I liked. So I'm gonna, after I get done here at work, I'm going to run to the not the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go to Goodwill and see if they have any, you know, sometimes they sell them for $1 a piece or something. If not, then I'll just put a bow around some of them, or, you know, I'm gonna sell them for $5 a piece. And I did some research, and for this area, for most people, $5 a flower seems to be about the going rate. So I may do, I saw another person that did $5 a piece, 6 for 25 or 12 for 50. I'm not gonna have that many flowers to do a dozen of anything. But I, you know, we'll see how it all goes. But those are my tulips. And then I did some daisies. And now the daisies are a lot of pieces, but these are my daisies. Oops, it's got a little leafy there. These, so all of these leaves are separate pieces, and you have the center piece, and then you have a leaf. I think the next time I want to make the leaf a little longer so that it can come out over the top. I don't know. One of the things is I had to be real careful how I put them together so that they flattened out and they didn't want to curl like the leaves wanted to curl. The first one of these I made, I sewed all of these little leaves on, and I thought, oh, this is just crazy. So these are hot glued. I hot glued all the petals to the centerpiece where I put my wire in. I brought my wire up and I put a little hook on it. I put some hot glue there so that it gives it some nice shape. So I have 5 of these. This is the one I sewed, and it doesn't stay as well. I think I need to go back and do some hot gluing and get it to be where I want it to be. So I have 5 of these. These are all, well, the leaves are cotton. This is sport weight. I love this yarn. I do have some cotton in this, but I don't know that I had it when I was starting it. Wasn't sure what I wanted to use. So those are my daisies. And this is how the ends turned out when I told you that I did a little button of hot glue at the bottom. It just is a nice little thing there. Okay. So then I have 2 different styles of roses. This is the second style that I did. And this is the easier one. So I have these big puffy roses with the big heads. Oops. I only have 2 of these. I did them in white. This is all one piece. Okay, so you crochet, I'm not sure, you chained, I don't know, 40 or 50 or whatever it was. And then it's like 4 rows. You go down and back, and by making little shell type, I don't know if you can see, but you end up making and then when you roll it, it looks like this. So you have that piece, and then you have the bottom piece that goes on roses that, comes up. And then I have the leaf. These are very top heavy, but I think if I package them or put them in a little vase the right way, they'll be okay. I think I want to make a couple more in different colors for this coming weekend. But this is all cotton, right? And then my other rose pattern, I really like it, but assembly is more of an issue. So I have the single stem multi-leaf rose. And again, it has and I can't remember what you call this piece, but it has, you crochet this piece. This is 2, 4, 6, this is 7 petals, okay? And then you have your leaf. And the way you do it is you start with, you do 2 small, 2 medium, and 3 large petals. And you start and you just roll them into, around each other. And that's how you get the rounded petal look. And so they do look really nice together. Now, I burnt my fingers several times with my hot glue gun. My poor thumb by the time I was done. So I have to go find me a silicone thumb sleeve or finger sleeve for doing hot glue. They didn't take long to put together. It really wasn't that hard. It was just, it's a lot of pieces. And so, but they're very pretty I really like that. And then I did the same thing in this color of pink. And by the way you put them together, you can have them open a little bit, you can have them tighter. And so, and again, these are all cotton. No. This is sport weight. Sport weight, I love this yarn. So depending on what color I want, some of them are cotton, some of them are the sport weight or baby weight. So there are those roses. And I really, really like them. Now, can you go to some of the overseas cheap places and get crocheted flowers and sell them for, yeah, but it's not the same. And I did, and it really kind of like, I was in Hobby Lobby and they have come out with crocheted flowers and they sell them for $5.99 a piece. And you know that, I don't know that you can manufacture that. If they're not manufactured, they're made in some kind of a sweatshop. And that just really frustrates me because, you don't want people to be taken advantage of in some of the third world countries that are, crocheting flowers for $1 a piece, and then everybody else makes the profit. But anyway, that's my soapbox. I better get off of it before I say something I shouldn't. So I will let you know how all of those go. I am going to try and get some more flowers done this week. I have 5 days until my first vendor event of 2025. It's a larger event. There's 2 buildings. There's I don't know, I know there's over 50 vendors, but given that it's Indiana, we could get up to 1 to 3 inches of snow, which, might put a damper on it. I don't know. So I'm hoping for a good day. We'll see what happens. Anyway, enjoy your week. Squeeze someone special, give them a good old hug, and crochet away, and I will see you in the next video.